The interest level is shocking.
I toured all the BOXABLs, and this one's just right.
And the government regulation is next level nuts right now. And it's mostly the result of unintended do-gooding, which doesn't gooding. This product has to be on Amazon Prime, which is the most visual expression of our ultimate goal. That somebody should be able to go on, not have any government hassle, be able to check the boxes whether they can or they can't, or what they have to do to get that product. They should be able to configure it, they should be able to push a button, and they should be able to get it next day. So that's our reach goal. That's an insane reach goal.
My BOXABL video is the most watched video on my Ellie in Space channel, so you know I had to come back for an update, and here we go. Let's take a tour. BOXABL tours are offered Monday through Friday and are open to the public. You can also see the Casita in person any time of the day, which is outside the main building. Tell someone who's never been to the factory what we're doing right now.
Well, first and foremost, welcome to Factory 1. This building is 170,000 square feet. We moved into it July 2021, and then we started production of our 19 by 19 Casita in September 2021.
Every time I've visited BOXABL, it's a completely different look. Kind of like tracking the progress of Giga Texas or Starbase, BOXABL will continue to evolve as they upgrade their equipment and expand their presence.
I'm actually really excited to show you some brand new automation equipment down the production line.
Okay.
That's going to replace our mudding and sanding and painting processes. So that's really the key to getting to our production goal of 3,600 casitas per year. That equals out to about 10 per day or 1 every hour.
And what are you at right now?
2 per day.
With BOXABL 2.0, the upgraded Casita that they're working on, the manufacture time is estimated to go down from 4 hours to 45 minutes.
Right now, we're very comfortably making every 4 hours we can make a Casita, like super comfortably. So on an 8-hour shift, it's 2. We're only running 1 shift right now because we want to get to the next generation as quickly as we can.
What has it been like doing these tours and meeting people that, you know, can actually see this in person?
It's kind of magical when someone finally catches the vision of BOXABL for the first time. They kind of hit that aha moment. And then they're like, wow, this is really epic. This is a really cool company.
BOXABL has scaled to 3 factories now, all adjacent to each other in North Las Vegas. It's pretty cold out here in Las Vegas. Right now, they have over 170,000 pre-orders, but that number isn't definite.
I really consider those an expression of interest. You know, so if you order a Casita, the minimum is 1. Some people want 10, some people want 20. And on the other hand, folks that even put down 1, it might be sort of a wish fulfillment that they actually don't have the money, they don't have the land. It doesn't matter. The number is still massive.
Paolo Tiramani says the number has been validated by the shocking amount of interest they see every day, despite only having about 2 years of production under their belt.
You know, we're dedicated to fixing the housing crisis. There are 3 elements to the housing crisis. There's the product cost, the cost of regulatory, government regulation, and the cost of the land. We can fix 2 of those things. You know, people see a folding house and they go, oh, okay, let me make one of those. It's like, not so fast. The engineering required, and the engineering required to make that incredibly simple and incredibly affordable is next level.
Yeah, all the panels are already wired and the plumbing is also installed into the Casita before it leaves the factory. And then, yeah, it does arrive mostly complete with all the appliances inside already when it ships out.
That's crazy,
And
even
so,
with it folded.
Even with it folded, what comes included basically is everything on the right half when you walk in.
So what is the tiny home company's biggest challenge right now?
Government regulation.
Yeah.
The government regulation is so absurd, so crippling, originally well intended. I'm sure, you know, if somebody says, oh, you know, we want to keep that person safe by making sure that they do this. And it's like, why, you know, California has an aging in place for grab handles in the showers. We don't mind putting them in. But what if the guy's 25 years old and he's not going to be old for another 50 years, 40 years? Is he really going to live there all that time? I don't think so. I think he's going to get on with his life and move around. So a lot of it is well-intentioned and moronic, frankly, and the friction and the acquisition cost for us servicing that customer and for the customer to get into a domicile for themselves is insane.
One of the laws impacting their vision, and one I hadn't been aware of in my past videos, is preventing them from taking wheels off the casitas.
I mean, we have wheels on houses. Have you ever heard of anything more stupid than having a law that says you can't take the wheels off your house because you know you're going to drive it to work every day? So we're attacking that. We're attacking that at the state, local level.
I asked Paolo who would be BOXABL's main customer, and he said it all depends on when we are referring to.
When is our main customer? So if I talk about today, it has to be developers where we can put up communities. Maybe the 1.0 product has some glitches, it's not perfect because nobody's ever made anything like this before, certainly in scale and mass production, so that we can work together to remediate those problems. Tomorrow, metaphorically speaking, not actually after midnight, but you know, to say Q4, is hopefully we can roll out to consumers. That product has to be perfect. That has to be a consumer goods, which is really mostly my background. And consumers have worked for every dollar, and they deserve to get $1.10's worth of value for every dollar they spend, right? So that product has to be really, really perfect. So we're not there yet. I believe we will be there with 2.0, and it'll get better and better from there. So today is developers, tomorrow. The long-term goal of the company is consumers, because they're the people that buy at the end of the day. You know, it's not the developer has a pass-along cost, the land agent has a pass-along cost. At the end of the day, you know, we're definitely, I don't want to sound like a trope or a saying, but definitely for the people.
Paolo is following Elon's philosophy of building the machine that makes the machine. He says their sites are set on a boxilla factory upwards of 1 million square feet. But right now that concept might not make sense on the surface, but they need to automate the process so they can get rid of workers in the factory and speed up the process.
But what's really interesting is once it's all dialed in, we can do half a dozen deals like that a year or more. It's just administrative folks here that we have to do because we're just sort of mass producing, you know, factories. So it should be, our growth should not be 1, 2, 3, 4. Our growth, if we can get it done, huge amount of challenges should be not 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. It should be exponential growth.
The magic of BOXABL isn't just in a house that unfolds. It's also the transportation both ways that will make it cheaper and easier than your traditional shipping.
So in terms of efficiency, now you're talking about shipping. And I think our shipping solution is probably a pretty large company unto itself, right? So as far as the BOXABL product goes, the magic numbers are don't be wider than 8.5 feet, and don't be higher than 13.5 feet off the blacktop, the tarmac, the roadway, and 14 feet most of Europe with the same 8.5 foot. And the length is variable. You can do tandems and this and that by state. So the magic of BOXABL, part of the magic of BOXABL is that it packs down to 8.5 feet and unpacks to a shocking 19 foot. So first of all, I mean, it's just the gift that keeps on giving. You're not shipping air. You're shipping something that's absolutely packed to the brim, that more or less triples in size, but you're still shipping it with one truck instead of 3. And the truck you're shipping it on is a pickup truck and not a big rig. And if the state allows you, you can pull 3 of them at a time. And with our trailer on the haul back, I think that'll be pretty decent sized logistics company in terms of hauling back opportunistically and not 100% of the time commodities. So, you know, look around, what's a commodity that gets shipped around all the time? It's automobiles. Think of what the auto dealers, right? So the trailer solution that we have is we'll be able to backhaul an automobile. So if we deliver something to Florida, that driver, instead of coming straight back, could go up one state, pick up a car, overshoot Las Vegas factory, go to California, drop it off, come home. And they've significantly reduced the cost of delivering that casita because somebody's had to pay retail to have their car moved across the country, and it should still be 20% less than anybody else.
I want to give you a BOXZilla update. That will be the Tesla Gigafactory equivalent for BOXABL, but first, I have to show you these starburst colored casitas located off-site. So in my years of covering BOXABL, I still haven't seen BOXABL out in the wild, but we're driving to American Campground, which is about 10 minutes away from the BOXABL factory, to see 3 casitas out at a campground. This is a huge deal in my mind, and I'm really excited to show you guys what they look like in person away from the factory. When were they put there?
Oh, they've been put up 5 or 6 months.
5 or 6 months.
We had to thumb war with the town as usual. Government regulation is one of our biggest frictions, but we're getting through that, working with the municipality and the counties and the states and the feds with government regulation. So these are put down as PMRV, which is Park Model RV. So you'll see they're sitting a little higher because they're on trailers, but our latest Park Model RV trailers will actually, through the magic of BOXABL, they will be sitting on the ground.
Okay.
Like a regular house, because let's face it, why does your house need wheels? It doesn't.
So here I am at the American Campground, and you can see the 3 BOXABL casitas that are here with these very bright colors, and they're raised right now, and that's because they're actually on a chassis with wheels, and there's this skirt around it to look like they're on a foundation here. So they are raised. That's different than what we saw at the factory, but it's really interesting to see these out in the open, in the wild, in Las Vegas. Not much of a campground, more of an RV park, but very close to the factory. And this is the first time I'm actually ever seeing BOXABL outside of the factory location. So looks like these folks have nice little patios set up and would like to go inside of one. I don't think that that's gonna happen, but this is still really cool to show you guys. So if you come over here, you can kind of see one of the wheels. The mandate that wheels must stay on the casita is something Paolo and his team are fighting. I'll try to keep up to date on their progress for you, but this is one of the many things that will take time. BOXABL is also narrowing their selection for a BOXZilla location.
We've got a couple of really solid front runners. I don't think it's just going to be one. It's not going to just be one location, but I love Texas. Texas does a lot of things really well. They don't have an income tax for our staff. It's like, well, why don't all the states do that, please? Can we not have an income tax for our staff? That would be wonderful, right? So same as Nevada. Nevada's been absolutely fantastic. Governor Lombardo's been great. Texas governor's great as well. So yeah, I got a soft spot for Texas, but I can't play favorites. We've got a couple of other states.
I know that you've been talking about it for like a year, because that was kind of breaking news last year. So why is it hard to find the location for BOXZilla? What's the holdup?
Have you ever seen those old vaudevillian shows where the guy is on stage and he has a bunch of sticks and he has plates on the sticks and he's spinning the plates?
Yeah.
And he has to keep all the plates spinning, and then the plates spin, then he has to run around. So with any startup, you're doing so many things at once, and some things rise up, and sometimes prematurely, and sometimes things lag. So everything has to come up at the time when it needs to come up. So when we first started talking, we weren't on the radar of a lot of states. We've now had states, frankly, beating down our door, throwing mad incentives. Sort of shockingly great incentives to us, and this is great for us, it's great for our shareholders, it's great for the growth of BOXABL, and we're going to put our business hat on and sharpen our pencil and do what's right for the company.
Do you think you'll find a location sometime this year?
100%.
Part of the reason I'm making this video is to give you a realistic timeline for the hundreds of thousands of people who want a BOXABL today. Do you think 2024 will be your year? Because I just know people are so impatient.
No.
Okay. Okay.
I think things continue to rapidly escalate and grow. The opportunities are becoming easier for us, and every business or technical challenge that we can put behind us is means there's more available bandwidth for our team to focus on the remaining challenges. So, you know, if we've got, let's say, very simply 4 tasks in front of us, and the team has to divide their bandwidth 4 ways. You put 2 tasks behind you. I know this is very simplistic. They've just doubled the amount of bandwidth because now they only have to focus on 2 tasks. It's pretty amazing. So, but it's such a big mountain of stuff that we have to do. So I think 2024 is going to be really a pivotal year for us because I think by Q4, for this first phase, we should be firing on all cylinders. You know, we're not at revenue yet. We didn't expect to be at revenue yet. I think I'm not going to make any forward-looking projections, obviously, but I think this could be a key year, but it's not going to be the explosive year.
I also wanted to point out a lot of people give BOXABL flack for not delivering thousands of units already, but keep in mind they've only been in production for under 2.5 years. Think about the Tesla Cybertruck that was unveiled in 2019 and delayed many times, frustrating many reservation holders until it was delivered in 2023, and Tesla is nowhere near delivering all of the Cybertrucks that are on order. So I just wanted to point out that comparison and realize that BOXABL producing and delivering 500 units already is actually pretty good for the amount of time that they've been in production. Paolo is certain that BOXABL's grand plan is much more expansive than the Casita, but they need time to scale and perfect their product.
I think that if we stayed here and we had a business generating hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars and it was a regional business, I'd have to call that a failure. Not a failure, but I'd have to say it would not have met Galeano and my expectations for the potential. So as stewards, and that's how we see ourselves, to meet that potential, to fix the problem, that would be extraordinarily disappointing. And it's just the scale of the opportunity is so vast.
I hope that you enjoyed this video. I was shocked to see that BOXABL made the top spot on my Ellie in Space channel for the most watched video. We're nearing 1 million views, and that is only a year old. So I wanted to give you an update. I hope that this helps you. And thank you for watching my channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It's completely free and it really helps the algorithm and YouTube to favor my content so that more of you see it. A lot of you don't even know about my channel, even if you're well involved in the space industry and you're a space nerd. So that kind of surprises me. So we still have a lot of people to reach on YouTube. If you want to take your support further, please consider supporting my Patreon or signing up for my X account. You can subscribe for $3 a month. That information for my Patreon is also in the description of this video. I really appreciate the support as this is my full-time job and you guys keep the channel afloat and keep me going financially. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.